Hey, welcome to Home Video Hangouts. I just got back from seeing the new Godzilla Kong, the New Empire movie, and this is a movie that I saw in IMAX, and I have to say, that is the only way that you should see this movie. It really takes full advantage of the source material for this movie when you see it in IMAX, so if there is ever a movie I would recommend that you see in IMAX, it's definitely this one. But today I'm going to give a full review of this movie, talk about what I enjoyed about it, what I think could have been better, and give you my rating for it, so let's dive in. What I really enjoyed above all else in this movie was the incredible visuals and incredible special effects and fight and action sequences here. Above all other movies in the series, this one just had some incredible action from start to finish. The pacing was perfect, the length of the movie was perfect, and it kind of did away with all of the drama and world building that we saw in a lot of the other movies. This one just went right for the action, right for the beginning, and just kept delivering on that all the way through. There's a little bit of an adventure that the main characters go on to, which is cool, but I just so much enjoyed all the colorful, vibrant visuals this movie had, and how many monster fight scenes we had with different types of monsters, from the typical Godzilla and Kong to new characters and monsters that were introduced as well. It's just so incredible, kind of the twist they put on the formula that these movies have, and how they really upped the ante with the fight sequences here. It just made for an incredible movie. Now, with that being said, I can't say only good things about this movie, because I do think this movie had a pretty weak cast and acting, and the plot could have been a lot more involved. I think I enjoyed certain aspects of the character development here, but really most of the characters are pretty forgettable, and the main focus in this movie is really on the monsters and the action. This movie had a little bit of a feel of some of the Avatar movies, as well as a little bit of a feel that the Transformers movies have had, where there's a lot of action, but there's also kind of an otherworldly adventure going on, and I appreciated that. But I do think that if this series continues, they could develop the plot a little bit further and put a little more thought into that. This film was directed by Adam Weingard, who also directed Godzilla vs. Kong. And I appreciate some of the decisions that were made in this film. They did some interesting twist with kind of augmenting Kong or giving Kong special weapons, which was cool. And then they introduced some new monsters, which I won't give away as spoilers, but they really added to this movie as well. And I think that was great that they incorporated something new here, instead of just trying to develop the world more or just throw in some new characters and call that good. I think that there's a formula that works here, and they really kept increasing and upping the ante of what worked well in the previous films here. So if you enjoyed other films in the Godzilla and Kong series, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one as well. I also think if you watched the Monarch series on Apple TV Plus, you'll appreciate the tie-ins to that here in this film too, because they really kind of continue on the story here a little bit, and you get a lot of action that you've enjoyed from the previous film. So with all that being said, my rating for this film would be an 8 out of 10. This is because it had great visuals, incredible action fight sequences, and an incredible soundtrack. It just lacked a strong plot, and I think they could have had a better cast and better acting in this. And also, most of the humor in the movie fell pretty flat or was pretty cheesy, so all of that can be improved if they have future iterations of this series, but I'm sure this universe will go on, and all of the incredible action sequences kind of made it easy to overlook those other things, and that's where I say if you've enjoyed the other films, you're going to enjoy this one very much. So that's my review of Godzilla Kong, The New Empire. I highly recommend going and seeing this movie in IMAX specifically if you're able to, because it makes for a super fun experience beyond what you'll see with most movies. And I very much hope this movie gets a 4K physical media release, because this is the kind of movie where you really want to splurge for a 4K release with HDR, with what incredible vibrant visuals there are here. So if you enjoyed this perspective and this review, hit the like button and subscribe button down below to see my upcoming movie reviews, and also let me know down in the comments what your thoughts were on this movie and on this whole series. Are you looking forward to seeing this one, or did you enjoy what they added to this one, or do you hope the series continues? Let's continue the discussion down in the comments. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.